I really like that new intro. Does anybody else like that new intro? Let me open a little blind over here. And don't look at my. Hopefully you don't see my naked ass on camera. I don't think that's allowed. A little bit of light here, huh? Oh, okay. So here was my motivation. I have motivation now because I don't know where it comes from. Just strikes me when it does. Do you think we'll ever get out of this mentality? Very, very high school, clicky, very it's all a popularity contest. That we rely on popularity, popular notion, popular narrative. That is what democracy is. You realize democracy means ruled by the mob. If 51% of people think something, believe something, then everyone must oblige that idea, that notion. That doesn't seem intelligent, does it? I mean, if you just lay it out that way, hey, 51, if there's 100 people here, 51 of these people think this thing, 49 people, 48 people think something else, and one person knows the truth. How about you're both wrong? The Democrats and the Republicans, you're both wrong. How about the blue and the red team? You're both idiots. I mean, it doesn't matter because you get you get the illusion of well, this team won, so everything's going uphill or downhill or sideways because of some popular opinion. What what is it? What is this? I watch these channels and I noticed the bigger the channel, the less I tend to agree with anything they have to say. And the more that I see they are sponsored by, commercialized, by some entity, some product, some corporation, some whatever. So they're doing the bidding for it. Once you have any type of sponsors, you have to get in line with what they want. I mean, clearly, like if I were, what am I drinking here? Arizona iced tea. If I was sponsored, say by Pepsi, I wouldn't be like, looking, I couldn't tell you the truth about the company, could I? It's all slave labor from Indonesia, dude. They're harvesting baby organs to make Pepsi. Like, okay, is that true? I don't think so. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. How would I know? I've never been to Indonesia. I never. I'm not really. I don't know anybody that's ever had their child stole from them. I mean, I might actually be that child that was stolen. Hello, Melissa. What are you doing? Hey, you got notified today. It's because I have probably because it's Sunday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jesus. Isn't it Sunday for his day? Is this wait, is this the day that is this a Sabbath for the Christians or the Jews? How does that work? One and I thought no Jews are Saturday, right? Sunday is the no, Sabbath just means the moment that you don't do anything because you've used your mind to imagine something and then you go, and it is done. So it is accomplished. Abracadabra. Amen. And then you don't do anything. That's the Sabbath. It's anytime you want it to be. You know that one? Yeah. Oh, yeah, the peanuts. Hey, China's not the only place with peanuts. It was a penis joke. You got a real joke of a penis there, buddy. Um, yeah, let me finish this little idea here. Yeah, I was watching these videos and I just find if you label something, there's this big dilemma with labels and popularity contests. Once you call someone a doctor, it puts them on some plateau. If you call someone a Mr. or a Mrs., it puts them on a plateau. It's a definition, it defines them. And so they immediately have some sort of authority. We do this thing where um, we acknowledge a doctor to be above something. We acknowledge popularity to be above something. It's like it's fallacies. It's logical fallacies. Do we somehow we think because someone's a doctor? If someone's a doctor, doesn't mean they can fucking fix my car. If someone's a doctor, it means they're a doctor of what? What exactly? What do you know? If I go, oh, that's Doctor So and So. Well, that doesn't mean he can set a bone. It doesn't mean he knows anything about medicine. He could be a doctor of philosophy. Couldn't you have a doctor of arts or some shit? I don't know. You could have a doctorate in anything. It means you specialize in something. But even at that, it doesn't necessarily make you better equipped to know something. I know a lot more knowledge and truth than most doctors, even about their own craft, because they have what's called, mm, there's this place in your sight. If you look straight ahead, you think you see all of this, but there's a spot right up here. It's usually for most of it. I think it's up to the left, right there. There's a single spot. You put your finger there, it disappears. See it? See it? Do it. Try it. Put your finger out here, and there's a little spot. It just disappears. And they have that. It's a blind spot, and you have a blind spot in your hearing as well. But they have it like once they're a doctor, they think they can see in 360 degrees, and then we give them the credit. Well, that's a doctor. He must know. No one knows what. What? Why do we continually find a way to say that person knows better? Okay, if someone's a mechanic, I know mechanics that will rip you off. I know mechanics that will fuck your car up. I know mechanics that break things. I know mechanics that they'll lay down a carpet on the floor and they'll give you an oil change, they'll massage your car and make it up. And they're very good at their job. They're all mechanic. I know doctors that have poisoned, um, burned, cut. And I know doctors that have healed people, help people heal. It's a weird thing that we do with whether you have a title in front of your name, that somehow you have authority on something, and it doesn't make it so. We like to give authority where it shouldn't go, and it's especially pervasive when we give authority to the masses. That's what democracy does. If there's more than half, and it's not, and again, I've had to explain this again to people. Let me get over this part. If we were really in a democracy, you know who would rule the democracy? People that don't vote. There's more people that don't vote in reality than vote for either of the other choices. Well, there's actually more than two choices, but we say Republican, Democrat. We don't talk about the other parties. We only talk about the other parties a couple times. But if truth be told, who wins the vote? The ones that don't vote. But in the way that we see, the way that we deal with it is we go, okay, well, which one of these things do most people agree with? So we're not even dealing with 51% of the population that we have to succumb to their notion of how things should be. It's more like it's in reality, because you got to remember, you can't vote until you're 18, so we have to get rid of that part of the population. There's a lot of people that can't and don't just for whatever reasons, and there's old people that, there's a whole set of population. How many people are out there voting? So we have to succumb to what, 29% of people maybe, and that's maybe even overstating. It's probably like 20% of people. 20% of people think this, but because they said and labeled it, we go, I guess that's what we all have to do now. I didn't sign up for this. I did not. I don't consent to any of it. Abracadabra, I don't consent to any of the nonsense. Doesn't apply to me. I'm not applicable to your perception of the world. Who are you to tell everyone what to do? And everybody goes, well, that's just that's how democracy works. Where are we at? What's the fixation on the letters? Yep. Hooks and crooks working with the poles, right? So I mean that gets back to I was watching a few videos earlier. I was just scrolling. I woke up, had a couple conversations with some people, and I was scrolling through. And I'm just like, as I am, I'm just listening to these people just babble on. I'm like, all of you have a bunch of opinions, and I don't like it. I don't like your opinion. I think it's stupid. I think it's moronic. When I go to this other dude who's who's a blatant racist, but he has a doctorate in front of his name, and so he becomes exceptionally verbose to try to disguise his racism as saying something intelligent. And I was like, how are people how are people smiling and nodding and agreeing? They're agreeing with this. Like he's a blatant racist, but he has a doctorate, so it's okay. He has a doctorate in racism. How about that? What's up, Skull? What are you doing? Yeah, who's the real prostitutes? I mean, yeah, I've often said that I think everyone's a prostitute to some degree. To some degree, you know, we prostitute ourselves out for snacks, for money, for objects. You know, you have to acquiesce to things and become subservient and prostitute. Can you say it for me? Prostitutilize. I can't get that word out right now. Not drunk. I just cracked this beer. Prostitutilize. Oh no, this is my speech impediment coming back. Oh no, I went to speech therapy when I was a kid, and it's because I couldn't. My tongue was too big for my mouth, so D N's and T's and L's and S's. I didn't have a slur. A slur, no. I didn't. Prostitute. Somebody say that for me. You can't even say it. Try it. You know the word. Spell it out. Somebody write it on the screen. Prostitute. I can't say it. Okay, I quit. I quit. I quit everything. Oh, you got some ciders over there? Nice. Yeah, I got a can of High Life. Mm, delicious. Delicious. I'm still thinking of the word. It's funny. It's still, I mean, it still doesn't actually fit in my mouth. I have to I have to often consider what I'm saying and where my tongue is in my mouth. I don't always, because that would become cumbersome to always consider that, and it would be like I'm sure you've seen some of the shows that I did early on where I was trying to be so much like, let me say the precise exact language. I got rid of all of the filler words, the ums, the like, and the buts, and the all of that. There's some shows I did for articulately as possible, slow my speech pattern, and I was thinking about how to say this properly. Oh, it's no fun though. You gotta stumble through it. What's up, Jeffrey Fry? What are you doing? Join the sisterhood of join we who what Jeffrey Fry? What are you saying here? What up, Fire Drake? What are you doing? The sisterhood contempts us. Yeah, you got a friend that was born with a rare condition which made his body small but made his organs twice. Whoa. So is he very feeling oriented? Might he live longer than most people? Does he live a healthy lifestyle? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if your liver is twice the size of someone else's, it could do twice the work, right? If your heart's twice as big, you feel, that's kind of cool. Did was his brain also twice as big? Is and you said his organs. What about his downstairs mix up? Just his organs or his glandular system too? That's crazy. Oh, he has a humongous dong. uh Dune. I tried to watch the new one was I watched the old one and the new one. Everybody's like read the book. Is that what we're talking about? Dune, the movie? It was okay. I get the idea, the spice, and all that shit, but project it into your current milieu, you will see what we see. He's a professional storyteller. Oh, that's cool. Like like that's his job, like his job. Does he hand out resume and he goes somewhere? Like, what do you specialize in? A professional storyteller. Or does he have like a business card? Does he is it or is that just his lifestyle? Yeah, the only thing I think the only organ I don't know. I think the only organ in my body is your tongue an organ. That's the only thing. Just being a mousy motherfucker. That's what I got going for me. I would suppose my heart is pretty big, but maybe I have two of them. I mean, how would I know? I never cut myself open to look. It's not like anybody's testing for that when you come out of the womb. How would you know? I guess the only way they can really tell is the end of your life. If you're like when you're a cadaver, an abder cadaver, abracadaver. I wonder if there's any connection between abracadabra and abracadabra, cadaver. Oh, anyways, what the fuck am I talking about? The spice must flow. Exactly. You can learn the Kachari Mudra. I don't know. Fire Drake, what's the Kachari? What's the Kachari Mudra? Which one is that? So the one where you roll your tongue upside down in the back of your throat, or and stick it up, and like no, I don't know. Let me see if I can do that. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work. No, it's wide. Hmm. What else do I have to say this morning? Um, hmm, that's about it. So now I guess we'll just talk shit. What's up? Fuck, fucking your head with your tongue. Yeah, man, basically, anytime I speak, I'm pretty much fucking my head up. Like, did I really just say that? I oftentimes, when I'm saying something, I'm like, why did I say that? I don't, you know how some people have a filter mechanism from their brain to their mouth? When I was a child, I did very much. And then one day it just vanished. And I just, I got rid of that thing that says, I'm concerned with what you think of what I just said. And then couple that with being, that absurd honesty with being like, I'm smarter than you, and I'm just gonna drop facts all over your fucking head. Yeah, I could see how it would piss them off. The tongue narrow is the path. The tongue tickle mudra. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I think most people. Okay, so we were talking about this the other day. Um, there's studies saying something like I think it was somewhere between 50 and 70% of people walk around and don't have any thoughts. They don't think. But then I'm like, when they're talking, I'm wondering, like, they seem to have so much of a filter. It seems like they're thinking too hard. It's like they're not thinking, and then when they talk, they're so scientific about like how they're. Does what does that feel like to have a filter and have to be worried about like I think that goes along with people that can't dance. See if I can make this connection for you guys. People that think too hard about what they might say also cannot dance. Give yourself an example. Uh, what type of people can dance, and what type of people will talk the most shit? See an association between soulful people, melanated people, and then fucking white people. And that's the same. Yeah, that's not the division line because there's also the yellow people. They're an interesting conundrum, aren't they? Because some of them really can dance, but it's so patterned. It's like they can play Chopin at 5 years old, but like if you're like, okay, just free dance, go do this thing, they're like, I don't know what that means. Just move it. No, if you tell them how to dance, oh, they'll do it perfectly. But if they never, like, you have like, okay, here's the steps, and I got it. I can do it. Like, damn, you can dance. But is that dancing? Is that a great example that Alan Watts gave about children unto themselves, left alone, dance. They play around and they move their body and they wiggle and they dance and they hear music. I seen this little girl listening to my buddy was playing saxophone yesterday, and she was just enthralled and just dancing. And I was like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. Like exceptional freedom of movement, right? Same thing with the way you think. Freedom of movement of thought, movement of body, and movement of. Right. And then one day she'll have to go to school, and then maybe her parents will be like, "Hey, you should take dancing classes." Dancing classes, and then you go through school, go to college or whatever, and you are instructed. It's like this. It's like that. Nope. Oh no, no, that's the wrong step. No, 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 no. This goes like this, and the person is restricted on their dance. Restricted until they become older and they're past college and they're like, oh, I can finally express myself now. They would have done that anyways. They would have all the things you just retarded their development for years. No one goes to dance school. You can't teach that. You can unteach it though. Where are we at here? Let me scroll through these. Oh, your thyroid. Well, I had my tonsils and adenoids removed when I was very young, but I'm pretty sure they grew back. Maybe not, but I'm pretty sure because they can grow back. Conscientiousness and feminacy pisses them off. Yeah. Yeah, people do take life a little too seriously. That I was meditating. Sorry, Jake. I was meditating on it the other day. Of that, like, in one sense, nobody gives a shit about you. You can't be that worried. Like, I do something stupid out there. Nobody gives a fuck. They forgot about it. Like, they're not like dragging around like, did you see that guy? Look, do the thing with the stuff. They're already living their life. They have too many other things to worry about. They don't give a fuck about you. But in any other sense, you are the star of your own life, and you should act like it. Like, this is, if you were starring in a movie, how would you be? Here's how I would act. I'm not drinking beer at what is it, 9 o'clock? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Except for that, I am drinking beer at 10 o'clock. Fucking watch it. I don't like it, and I have to get over my slight hangover because I have a show to go to today. I get to go see um, a Winter Wonderland orchestra at a concert hall, and rub elbows with some rich people and get fed afterwards. Skull, I love you too. Yeah, thyroid is a pretty major issue for a lot of people, and because it's connected to the throat chakra. Most people have a tough time expressing themselves, and I think that has to do with tonsils and adenoids being removed. I could not speak as a child. I mean, I was, obviously I had speech impediment, and I was not a confident person talking ever until a little while ago. Um, yeah, but I think, as you go through the chakras, you're building up from your root going through the whole chakras, and you're going through all of these colors, the red and all this. Most people are stuck. They're stuck probably in most people the second one, honestly, in the orange to yellow. I think so. Anybody disagree here? Help me out here. I think maybe Firejack could figure this out. Isn't that what? Don't you think? Because they're past. I mean, they're obsessed with sexual grounding nature of reality, but they're not connected to sensuality, but they're connected to like fuckery and then eating. People can't get past eating. Until you can get past eating and getting to, then I don't see how you can develop even up into the feeling oriented of the getting up into the heart even. But then to get past that and get into you know up into here, most people can't express themselves. That's difficult. And then to be able to express yourself, but also connect to like up here, consciously aware, like having all that shit work. Yeah, it's the whole thing. It's the whole process. You had it choked out, yeah. Yogurt class. You have a yogurt class? Professional yogurt instructor? You want a pound and a dollar to scratch off? Nice. That's kind of the way it is, though. You see the thing. Do you scratch off the match that do you scratch off the winning number and then the numbers, or do you just scratch? You just go at it. I mean, is there a method to your madness? I normally just go for the numbers, and then if I see I match something, I'm like, then I'll scratch the prize off, and it tends to be. I mean, I've won quite a bit, a couple times. Won 20 and 20 and a dollar. I don't play them enough. I'm probably about broke even, I think, over the years. You got the cervical a cervical traction machine. I don't really know what that means, but it sounds like fun. You get one of those, and I had two of them. Oh, I gave one away. Ziggy's got one. Get one of the you put your feet on it, and I don't know what it's called. It moves your feet from side to side, and it loosens up your spine and gets your chi going. And after you're done using it, it's kind of you ever been on a trampoline and you get off the trampoline and you still so it's funny bouncy feeling you have. Yeah. Mel, is that a fancy name for a dildo? I thought so too. I thought so too. Do you have to put it up in there? Mm-hmm. What's up, Carson? Remember that old song? I'm blue. Dun, 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 dun. Well, who did that? It wasn't the Blue Man Group. Uh, man, I can't sing the song. I'm missing the rhythm. Ah, nice. Carson does thymus thumping. Thymus thumping. Just fun to say, huh? Time, thymus. The time and thymus, that makes sense. Yeah, I have a war with drugs every day. Oh, you scratch the winning and then the symbols. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Ashiatsu. Oh, here you guys. Well, I got this thing up here. I'll play you guys something. Here, let's tone you guys tone you down a little bit. Push up. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Might have to bring that out in public and smash it at some people. Vibration plate. I don't know what that is. Like for food and stuff, or for your person. Hot. Yes, the skull. Odd core meant to this, bro. Odd core. Will Brooks. What's up? For breakfast? You're eating breakfast? Yeah, I already ate. What I had a pretzel for breakfast. That's one of those soft microwavable joints. Oh, so good. And I was like, I need a beer and a pretzel. That was my breakfast. Eiffel 65. Yes, 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 yes. That's the band. You stand and it just shakes you. It sounds like my mother when I was a child. Shake the shit. I can shake the shit out of you. You know how they say never shake a baby? I watched a video today, and it was a therapy of literally people shaking a baby to align their spine and do the shit. And it was like some Indian, guru practice. And it was really interesting because they show a video of them doing this. And all the comments were like, Western medicine, never shake a baby, blah, blah, blah. They don't know what they're doing. They're going to kill that kid. I'm like, I don't know. I guess it's the opposite of what we've been told. You should shake your baby. I wouldn't say violently, aggressively when you're angry, but shake a baby. You know, I think I'm gonna here. I'm gonna go on a limb here. I advise you as a council, being part of the council of the elders, shake your goddamn baby. Just don't do it when you're mad. Do it in a healthy way. You know what? I've never read that book. I've heard it. I've Many people say it's one of the best fucking reads of all time. I have to one of these days I'll check it out. If I can, if I, I'll probably have to look it up on audio though. You always thought it was Shake a Baby. Yeah, that goes into advisement for the. I think it goes for everyone because I think if you tell people not to do something, they're gonna want to do it. You tell a mother don't shake your baby, but internally, instinctually, if you're a mother, you don't you want to? You little fucking. It's literally inside of you. I can see it. I see it. I see it. I see the rage building up. And if a mother were to just shake the baby before she was violently enraged to do one of these, where she might punch a baby or throw it out a car window or put it into a blender or microwave it or throw it down a flight of stairs or you don't get to that point. You, you get upset, you shake the baby and you go, oh, okay, it's my child. Okay. And you calm the fuck down and the child learns to not be a fucking asshole. I think it's a win-win situation here. Anybody want to argue this? Get one of your psychotherapists and counselors and psychologists and tell me I'm wrong here. But you're not going to be able to because they're going to have to agree with me. Well, he is right. Like, fucking, of course I'm right. well, Skull, enjoy your puppy walk. Puppies in snow are fun because they're so amazed by it. Like they can, oh, because their little paw pads are like cold, crunchy, crispy snow. They want to go and roll around in it. Oh man, I'd like to get a, I'd like to get a puppy, but there is that dilemma. I need what I first need. I think is a a secondary partner to help with the puppy. And I think I just want puppies. I don't want an adult dog. I just want to I want to have puppy rental systems. Anybody go to business with me here? I guarantee this work. Puppy rental. Nobody really wants a dog. Nobody does. You don't want a baby. You don't want a child. You don't want a son. You don't want a daughter. You don't want a dog. You want to play with a puppy. You want to, hey, I'll play with your kid for a couple hours. That's cool. But get the fuck out of here after that. That's yours. That puppy, though, that's a whole struggle. You can have a puppy for a weekend, rent that bitch. And then you have puppy rental service, make a bunch of money. And then eventually one day, somebody be like, I think I want to keep this dog. And they'll keep the dog. Ugh. I think it's brilliant. I mean, right now, puppy rental would be crazy. Yeah, I mean, Christmas time, all the kids come. The kids are coming to your house for holiday weekend for Christmas. Everyone's coming over, and the kids, they get a little rambunctious, whatever. Like, hey, guess what? Everybody gets here. 10 kids here. There's two puppies. Go play with them. Oh, it turns the whole thing into magic. And then say you luck out too, because once a year around Christmas, the puppy will be there, and everybody be like, "Huh, can we keep it?" And one of the parents be like, "Yeah, that'd be cool. I think we should get this dog." And they'll just be like, "Oh," I'm like, "Keep the fucking puppy. That's yours." Everybody wins. Big win. Puppies are, yeah. I mean, and even the rest of the year. Like I would rent a puppy. Like right now, I would waste my money on a puppy rental for a day. I mean, we waste like even if I'm not even what would it cost? I don't know. What's it worth? And people do dog walking. People pay a lot of money to have their dog walked. There's like a whole service. I don't know, there's like what's it cost? I'll come walk your dog and spend some time with it while you're at work doing something else. I pay $15 for that, but I mean you could if you could rent a dog for a day, and how hilariously awesome would the dog be? Because it would be so socialized, the dog would be a better dog. People that don't let their dog outside, don't socialize it with other animals, don't socialize it with humans, it doesn't know how to interact. But somebody that wants to rent a puppy, you already know they're a good person and they want to play with a puppy. And the dog is like, I get to smell and play around and be with another bee. There's a human there? And then it's like next day it's like, hey, what do you want to do, puppy? You want to go meet a new person? It's a fucking win-win. I'm all about that right now. I'm all about puppy rentals because I want a puppy right now. I fucking want a puppy right now. Where is it? Yep. Yeah. And see that, and isn't the good part? Is it's for the weekend. It's something to do, and then when you're kind of because you're gonna get sick of the dog. You can't always be playing with it. You're like, all right, that was enough. You got I don't really want to take this out every day. I don't really want to have to feed it all the time. I don't really want to have to look after it. I don't really want to do this all the time. Yeah. Somebody hook that shit up. Get an LLC, fucking S corp, whatever the fuck you got to do. And we'll have a puppy farm. And then the rest of the time, like we could like whoever's running it. How fucking cool is that? You got dogs in and out, in and out. You got fucking make so many new doggy friends. And here's another part of it. Here's another part of it. Check it out, because you get a big enough complex, you get a big enough piece of land, building, whatever. You could have people. They can, instead of renting the puppy to bring it to their house, they come there. It's like, here's a day pass. You can play with puppies all day. Here's a wristband. Here's $5, $10, whatever. Come play with puppies. Better than going to the SPCA and seeing a dog in a cage and going, oh, why do I? You just go play with the thing and like, okay, was that enough puppy for the day? You all played out. It's a legitimate, viable business model that would make a lot of money. Get on it, you guys. Do it. Do it. I'll be part of it because I only need a small percentage for telling you that it's a new world. Puppy farms. I don't know how no one's thought of this before. I mean, yeah, of course. Someone's gonna go, oh, but what if the dog bites somebody? What if, there's accidents, there's insurance this and shut the fuck up. Like zoos exist, fucking animal sanctuaries exist. Everything exists everywhere. There's factories of children in China making your goddamn shoes. I think we figure out how to make a puppy farm work. Should I have lunch today? Should I have lunch inside or outside? I think I'm gonna let the universe work for me because I don't want to spend any money because I don't really have it like that. But I can't live in that mindset where I'm broke and things aren't going to work out. And I advise you to do the same. Live in a state of abundance at all points in time. Just be there mentally. Look around. You're already good. What else? It should go better. It'll be better. It's fine. I have money. I can spend it. I don't got to worry about it. Stay there. I have a puppy farm. That's cool. I just don't know where it is yet. We'll find it. Anybody want to do a shot with me real quick? You guys want to do a little drinky poo? A little drinky poo? Somebody say something. Yeah. And who's doing a drink with me? Come on. I have vodka somewhere over here. Oh, it's right there. Look at I didn't fit. I didn't. This was my beverage yesterday. Vodka. I didn't even drink it all, and I shared it too. Oh man, who's having a drink with me? When Tom Cruise is in what movie that? Who's coming with me? What movie was it? Uh, when he was a sports agent, wasn't that it? Who's coming with me? Cuba Gooding Jr.'s in it. Somebody help me in this movie. Come on, there's 70 jackasses here. Get on your goddamn keyboard. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday for everybody. I know you're not working. Type something in there. Who is it? Tom Cruise, Cuba Gooding Jr. Fuck, what's the name of it? Show Me the Money. That bullshit. That movie. I'm not drinking until you guys tell me. Is Tom Cruise a great actor, or is he like what is that dude? Like, why does everybody like Tom Cruise, and why is he cast in everything? What's his whole thing there? Oh, also, here's a Tom Cruise uh, Mandela effect. That movie, Risky Business. What's up, Amon Far? What are you doing? You remember that movie, Risky Business, when he runs and he slides on his fucking socks. And is he wearing sunglasses or is he not? Is his collar popped on his shirt? Is it unbuttoned? Is the collar popped? And is he wearing sunglasses? Mandela effect. Okay, go look it up. It's not what you think it is. They put us on another timeline. That's the crazy one. Did your boy Pikachu have black on his tail? That one was gonna be surprising. Hmm. What's why did the Mandela effect come out for one little period of time and it was like a huge thing, and now Mandela effects aren't happening again? Or are they? What's the newest one? Anybody? Jerry Maguire. Thank you, Skull. Fucking hell. Yeah, yeah. Jerry Maguire. That's the movie. Oh, it is that funny how when you call someone a Jerry, like Jerry is like the most like, what's up, Jared? Jerry? Mm, it's like Rick and Morty. The guy's name is Jerry because he's a complete doofus. A little bit lovable, but like a complete dork bag. Tom is another dork bag name, right? Tom and Jerry. Tom Cruise plays Jerry Maguire. He's kind of like he seems like a weenie. Like how short do you think he really is? Why are you talking about Tom Cruise right now? I have no idea, but how tall do you think that guy is? 5'5". Yeah, I know it says 5'7". They ain't 5'7". They wear risers in their shoes. Like, could you imagine him standing next to a normal height person, like without like risers in shoes? Like, wow, what is it with everybody in Hollywood being a midget? Geriatric Jerry. That's a geriatric Jerry. So I got this really awesome canteen, and it used to have black all over it, and it said Zen right here. And this was a gift from a friend of mine. Um, but because I always put alcohol in it, it didn't, you know, fucking knucklehead me. I didn't think about it. It'd be leaking down the side. And every time it leaked down the side, it started eating paint away. So this is what's left of it. Still works. Now it's a completely stainless steel. No cool little Zen emblem here. Well, anyways, everybody. Um, let me have a little snack and a nap before I have to be off to my uh off to the show. How have I been? Doing all right, man. I'm sitting here. I woke up this morning and it was bright and sunshiny at 8 a.m. and now it's like overcast and kind of like ooh. So I'm gonna feed my fat fucking face with some carbohydrates and take a nap and then go watch some beautiful Christmas time music. That's what I'm gonna do. A Jerry helmet, Scottish for a bell end, which is and bell end is English for the end of someone's knob, which is it's a penis reference for anybody that doesn't get it. Snow in the UK. That's like in the UK. I remember that dude Snow, like Canadian dude Snow. Uh, that white rapper guy that he sounded. It was the craziest, weirdest shit. We was all on it for a minute. He came up with one album, one song everybody knew, and he was a Canadian dude that had an accent like he was from the islands. It was like this Jamaican kind of thing. It was the weirdest. This is one of the weirdest motherfuckers ever to grace the radio waves. I was like, hey, that's here's a one-hit wonder. Remember he said informer. What the fuck did he say? What the fuck did he say? Let's do. We're playing. Here's the game show. This is Zen's game show today. I guess I'll stay on here for a second, a little longer with you guys. I'll crack another beer, I guess. Um, what did Snow say in that song? Everybody knows he just said a bunch of really fast shit that makes no sense. I like your boom boom. I like your boom boom now. I like your boom boom down. I thought licky. See now that's funny to me because I always used to whenever my dog Meatwad was licking her asshole, and I said no licky boom boom now. I was always tell her like no, don't licky boom boom. She would just turn around and just like lick her ass and like no licky boom boom. But what was the rest of the song? He said, Informer. I said, and then he said, Licky Boom Boom Down. But what did he say in the little space between there? Anybody, you guys are allowed to use Google for this. You don't, because you're not going to know it. And I don't know, like the words, because I've read it before. And when I read it, I was like, there's no way that it doesn't make any sense to the song. It's not even that's not his what is he saying there? And it just sounds like nothing that he's saying in the song. Like how are you getting that out of what's on the page? And he says he's like, what do you I can say anything I want. I'm fucking Canadian. It sounds like I'm Jamaican, a Canadian Jamaican, and I'm white. What are you gonna do with that? A, a, a Canadian Jamaican who's white. And he what does he sound like that when he talks normally? I'm gonna have to. This is my today. I'm looking up that dude and see what he's doing with his life. Hopefully he's doing well and see what he sounds like. I want to see him in an interview. Like, and he always has his glasses with those little goofy circular, and he's like, eh. Like he's like he was like the new Milli Vanilli. Remember Milli Vanilli? What songs did they do? They came on everything. They were lip syncing everything. I wonder if they ever actually had a career after that. All they'd have to do, I mean, you know, you change the name from Millie and Vanilli to Wiley and Coyote. I don't know. Okay, I'm cracking another beer. You guys feel free to say something and I'll respond to it. Millie Vanilli. Oh no, this isn't good. Ah, are you literally telling me that that's what he said? Hold on, let me. I don't want to waste this beer because I only have one left, but I have liquor to waste. Let me go get a glass to make a mix right quick. There's no way. There's no way. That's what he said. He said, "Come with a nice young lady. She is nice and Ari and oh Ari." I mean, I guess he can kind of. make that out of what he's saying, I guess. Come with a nice young lady. She is nice and oh, Irie. Like that's it. It like if you just say that, like, do you remember do you remember when Ice-T came out with that album? What was it, Body Count? And this is like this whole thing. Comes out an album. It's called Body Count. I mean, that's a band, right? And it was heavy metal. It was hardcore. It was not rap music. It was, and there was a song on it called Cop Killer, right? And this is when your boy it was Charlton Heston. Remember Charlton Heston? He's a professional actor. He's a voice actor. He's a good-looking, strong Christian white man. And he's sitting there for whatever reason in Congress reading. This is the world we live in. Now, you think shit's crazy now. It was just as crazy then. This is a real thing that happened. You can look it up. This is like Tipper Gore, Al Gore bullshit. This was Tipper Gore's thing. Fucking Tip. Her name is Tipper Gore. So Tipper Gore is trying to put a ban on language, ban on art. This is when all of your CDs started getting a label on it that said, ooh, they're saying stuff that we don't like. They're just trying to ban the album. And so whenever they did this, somehow she got Charlton Heston to read like the Library of Congress we need to ban this. It's violence against. We can't have this. And he's reading the songs. He's reading Cop Killer as if it's a goddamn fucking poem written by. Oh, nice. Yeah, thunder. He was reading like as a poem by Walt Whitman. Now that was as ridiculous. Him reading like it was Walt Whitman's poem, but it was Body Count, Cop Killer by Ice-T. This is ridiculous as snow trying to say, come with a nice young lady. She is nice and oh, Irie. Like that's that's not what he said. He was the comedian. He was a comedian. What's up? What's up, Everman? Zen cleanse. Yeah, I've heard of this. Somebody mentioned that the other day. Yeah, I think it was after I started saying this shit. I think people listen. I haven't got any royalty checks though. How come I don't have anybody in my house, Suntoke? Um, it it would make it more entertaining. I don't know, because I'm this is an Airbnb. I'm renting it. Um, I don't know. I didn't invite anybody over. Who'd I invite over? What do you? It would be more entertaining if I bring a chick here. It's not going to go on here. You guys can't watch that on YouTube. That would get my shit banned. And I've had some of my friends on my show before. I've had people I know on my shows, but mm, it would be more entertaining. I don't know. Hey, Skull, there we go. There's a good attitude to have. Grateful you can afford a couple ciders, man. Enjoy those goddamn ciders. So, do you have people over just not well? No, actually, I'm not really recently. I don't know. Once the whole C word happened, lifestyle changed. People didn't want. People were not out in public. People I knew weren't around. And now getting back into the swing of things and being a human, I don't know. I function differently. I don't go to bars as much. The people I know are just from the middle of the street, and they're partying too. They're doing whatever they're doing, and I don't feel like having late night bullshits. Well, I don't know who I'd invite over. Uh, Seifel. Yeah. Hopefully he's doing well. Does he live in New Orleans? Sorta. Sorta. He often doesn't have he often doesn't have a phone. He's often unlocatable. Oh, you got a Founders? Agave seltzer. They do Founders does a seltzer now? Yeah. Founders is one of my favorite beers. Founders all day IPAs. It's really good. I'm not snobby with my beer. You obviously know this. I like Kansas High Life, but um, all day IPAs are good because it's not like a normal IPA where it's all like fucking extra hoppy and bitter and like, well, I drink a fucking IPA. It's a very sessionable, all day drinkable kind of thing. It's not too high in ABV. Yeah, seltzer good too. Yeah. When did the seltzers just become a thing? Like it's just like, hey, let's do the whole. Everyone was like, hey, let's do seltzers. I was like, no one ever drank a seltzer. It's kind of like seltzer is like the new Zima or something. You go to the bar with the girl, and the girl's like, I don't really drink beer. Okay. And you don't want them to get. I think I know what it is. I think I figured it out. Seltzer game is uh, girls don't like beer in general, but they don't want to be. You don't want them to have mixed drinks and get all fucked up and like cuckoo head, slurry falling over the floor, and they're not classy enough to like. Who's getting wine? You don't go to the bar and get wine. No, when do you have you ever been to a bar and just said, "Hey, I mean, this is the standard run of the mill." No, you go. Can I get a wine? They're like, what, dude? Fucking got beer, or Jack Daniels. What the fuck do you want? But now you can walk into a bar and say, oh, there's a seltzer there, 5%, whatever. I think that's what it is. It's not a glass of wine, 12%. Slam it, get drunk. They don't want beer, and you don't want them sloppy off the fucking. You don't want to get them all sideways off the henny. Oh, the Voodoo Ranger. Yeah, Voodoo Ranger is good. Most of the ones I've had from Voodoo are pretty heavy beers. Uh, Natter Days. You talking about like natural light? Natural light does ciders, natty bows, natty lights. No, no, natty bows are Baltimore. Natural lights and natural beer. Natty lights. Yeah, they started doing some seltzers that are pretty good, cheap too. Yeah, I don't know about the orange one. Yeah, there was a time I tried them. I was like, okay, let's see what the whole thing is. It's fun. I don't know that somehow I'm already the motherfucking burp god in the building, but somehow it made me burpier. So that's the dilemma. That's the dilemma with drinking seltzers. You get super burpy. State Reserve. Yeah. State Reserves. Oh yeah. You want that? That you might as well just drink Bud Ice. Bud Ice is like what 8% or some shit. That'll get you there. I learned something new the other day about champagne. Anybody drink champagne? I don't know. You guys are a bunch of fucking recluse gutter snipes like myself. I would assume. Maybe some of you got money. I mean, if y'all had money, you'd probably share it with me. But I would assume because you're a bunch of fucking cheapos, you don't really drink champagne. Your butt ice. Yeah, an ice cube in the anus will get in the fucking right out. You might like it. Um, champagne. Everybody was champagne and cocaine. Now I thought it was you do a line of cocaine and then drink the champagne. Oh no, no, no. They put the cocaine in the champagne. I didn't know this. I did not know that was a fucking thing. Buddy of mine was like, he's like, my buddy a drummer, and he's like, yeah, he's like, I went years ago. I started going to a couple of these parties, like with like really fucking high rollers, like people with just money, and he was like looking for drugs, and they're like, it's in the champagne, dude. So he drank some champagne. He's like, oh, now I see. Anybody? uh, coca cocothanol. Is that the reference, Carson? Cocaine, like cocaine and ethanol. Is that the reference? Yeah, I mean it because it gives you a quick upper, like really quick, and you're there, but it doesn't last as long. I guess that's the point of it. Mm. I never understood putting things up your schnoz. I was never a fan of that. With a nose like that, I could I could fit a lot up there, but the other day somebody put meth in your beer. Who does that? What kind of person is going to put meth in someone's beer? Like, who's going to put meth in your stuff if you don't want it? Like, who's just like, hey, let me get this person fucking tweaked out? Like, what a waste. Is that for real? Your body makes coca, coca ethanol when you ingest cocaine and alcohol. Interesting. Hey, cool. Thanks for showing up, Willie. How you are. Always, there we go. 1 hour and 15 minutes and right on time. So is it telling me to uh should I block that motherfucker? Oh nice. This one. Block that one too. Okay. And I don't know. Maybe I should let him show up. Yeah, I was just an asshole. Damn, they're putting meth in beer now. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, get the hot girls, man. Carson always got hey, hot girls hot. Isn't it interesting having like people that have done substances and then you you've done piss. It's like holy shit. Like I could just get high on my own supply. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do today. Maybe I'll just drink piss all day. The only dilemma with drink the day you start going hard drinking piss, you get the poops real quick. You gotta you get the it cleans you out. I don't feel like having to shit all day today. Chatterbait. Have you guys ever done that? The chatter is that what's it called? Is that what it's called? Chatter? Is that really just called chatterbait? What's it called? Chatter what? You guys ever done that? I mean, I hear it's just a bunch of dudes sitting around with their dicks out, jacking off. It's gotta be pretty weird to just get on there and just like randomly see. My favorites are. these these videos of this guy that's on there. And he has a puppet of Kermit the Frog, and he does the Kermit voice, and he always does something. How you doing, guys? And then he'll just always end up like pulling out a cucumber and violently masturbating the cucumber. It's pretty fucking funny. If you haven't seen it, look up Kermit the Frog chatterbait cucumber. You'll probably find it. Santo, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I lucked out and like chipped my tooth on a on a fucking on a drunken silliness in New Orleans. I only chipped a motherfucker, but oh damn, did I eat shit? It was like on a major thoroughfare on a Friday night. Good times, and I wasn't that shit faced. I wasn't that drunk. Like I was drunk enough, but sidewalks here are not to be played with, man. You got to have some goddamn. You got to put some respect on the goddamn name. Carson, enjoy pissing out of your ass. Yeah, so that's what it is, Suntalk. Live porn, and you could, yeah, like I guess if that helps you get off, if that's your thing, but they're not even getting paid to do it, right? Or people tip them, maybe. Is it like, hey, watch us screw for 10 minutes and maybe make a couple dollars? I don't know. Live porn chat horse. That'd be nice, whatever gets you off, I guess. Oh no. No. You hollowed out a cucumber and fucked it once. It was like pussy. I've never. I guess I have pretty standard masturbation practices. I don't fuck food. I can see why it would be. I can see why it would be nice, like fuck a pumpkin, or I guess like a gourd, fucking vegetable. Yeah, guys and girls can do what I like. Yeah, I guess it's cool. I've never been that crazy in my masturbation. Sexually, maybe with chicks, but no, not with the not with my. I'm just like it's more of just like a must release the demons. Mucus in your chest. That's interesting. That's been going around. Seasonal. It's maybe you've been eating like shit. Maybe it's just around filthy people. I was reading something online the other day. So it was like, is anybody else having like a little fucking, you know, chest shit? I was like, man. And everybody was like, oh my God, I thought I was the only one. I don't know. I think it's just the culmination of. I think it's more maybe psychosomatic. It could be tooth bacteria, but like if you're rinsing with your piss and maybe do some oil rinsing, it'd probably be helpful. I don't think that would do that. Hmm. I think it's the culmination though of like 2 years stuck indoor, stuck inside, lack of interaction with other humans, and that will do a number on your immunity anyways. And as much as everybody says they didn't wear ever wear a mask, yeah, right, you fucking did. Everybody had to somewhere. There was for me there was places it was unavoidable. Like I'm like, this is the grocery store I go to, and I'm not walking on that one, not going all the way the fuck over there for groceries. And here they enforce it religiously. Like I'm gonna fucking piss off and argue with the people that I see like 4 times a week. I'm like, Jesus Christ, get in the streetcar, get in the bus. No, no, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I mean, yeah, I think that plus the not interacting with people, and finally, hey, we're back outside playing around. All of a sudden, you have this whole new set of things that you're working with, and bacteria is getting into the system. And you go, ha, ha, ha. Seasons just changed a little bit. Why are we talking about pissing out of your ass from Chili's the other day? Oh, you almost shit the bed. Nice. I almost shit my pants yesterday. It was the closest I've ever been in my life to shitting my pants. And when I say the closest, I will remind you that I have shit my pants before. Um, and so when I say the closest, it was like the closest without actually shitting my pants, and it was the worst ever because so I'm where I am now. Check it out, and had some snacks and did the poopies. I was feeling good, had a couple drinks, and I was like, let me get on the streetcar, let me go and grab some sunglasses, which would be across town, and then go in the street corner and into the French Quarter on the streetcar. Well, except the streetcar was 30 minutes behind me. And I'm like, I could walk to where I could walk over here in 30 minutes and catch the bus here. And as soon as I got there, I'd missed the bus. It's like, so fuck it. I have to walk this other thing. So now I'm like an hour and a half into a walk. And I'm in a residential neighborhood. And right before I get in the French Quarter. So I already walked like miles. And my stomach was on fire, and I started doing a thing where you shuffle walk, and you have to squeeze your anus as hard as possible not to fucking shit your pants. And I'm walking into the French Quarter, so I'm in the major thoroughfare of New Orleans, and I'm like, I'm gonna shit my actual pants. And I'm wearing boxers, not briefs. So, and it's gonna be very violently wet. I'm as close to shitting my pants as possible. Like I know where the bathroom is. It's right there. The restroom is right there. It's like 2 blocks away. I was like, I'm not gonna make it. And out of the glory of God, my savior was a fucking porta potty in the middle of New Orleans, randomly just sitting right there. I took this corner. I go, oh, it's porta potty. Now my mind says, there's no fucking way in hell that motherfucker is not like bolted shut or something. Except I walk up and I'm like, the door wasn't here, the door wasn't here. And I look around the corner and the motherfucker is open. And I get in there and I almost shit on myself as you're taking your pants down and you're like just leaving it everywhere. There's like no toilet paper in there either, which added more to the whole discussion. There's some paper on the floor. There's, so that's a whole other thing. But I almost shit my pants yesterday. But when I went to the sweet, glorious release, I'm that stinking, filthy, rotten middle of New Orleans off of Bourbon Street. Porta potty. Saved my life. It did, because I mean, what would I have done? If I would have shit my pants, where am I going? Can't go in the bar. I smell like shit. I can't. Where am I getting pants? Who am I talking to? Huh? Who can somebody go get me some pants? I have $3 on me. I got a credit card, but I'm not giving that to somebody. Just that would have been fucking awful. Hey, Afro Melton, is mathematics visible, measurable telepathy? Are you saying that the other way around? Are you saying is telepathy measurable? Is mathematics visible, measurable? Reframe that question. I don't understand what you're saying. Jabaroo shedders. I don't know what that means, but I never stuck my dick in the mashed potatoes. Carson, you want? Yeah, I mean the whole thing. See, my shit that you've been hearing me do is self-induced. So I don't. I mean, I know my diet has been shit. I know I smoked way too many fucking cloves, black and milds, Swisher sweets. It's my own doing, which means I can fix it. It's called K cider. What does that mean? Like, I mean, ketamine cider? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I mean, I know what ketamine is. Is that what you're saying? Oh, dude. Yeah, it's funny. I was, I was in a, I was in a couple stores. Like, okay, you can't smoke inside anywhere in the States. No restaurants, no like there's a couple places like some corner stores or whatever. Motherfuckers working the register just fucking chiefing Marlboros. I'm like, oh, that's the kind of neighborhood I'm in. Nice. Like, there was a couple places I'm like, is this real? You're just sitting there working, smoking a cigarette, like, and nobody cares. And no one's gonna do anything about it. I mean, could you imagine today walking into your go to fucking Denny's or whatever, and someone said, "Oh man, that was the worst back in the day." Going out to eat, and both of my parents were smokers, like heavy smokers, and we go to places like Denny's or Perkins or whatever that bullshit, and everyone in there, like I'm trying to eat, people are just like, I'm like, it's not really working well with the meal here. Can I get that well done steak with ketchup, please? That'll be good. Yeah, just, just a dollop of ketchup on top. Burnt steak at a diner with a side of cigarettes and coffee. And then the motherfucker over here like taking your order. What do you have on that? Lipstick all on the man. Ooh, some filthy shit, man. I don't understand it. Yeah, Suntuck. Yeah, yeah. After the piss, you get that shit. Yep. Wait, Carson. You held a piss while walking in the butthole? Wow, man, that's crazy. I would never even. No way. No, no. That's all. No, that's a term. I'll wait. I'll wait 30 minutes afterwards just to make sure. Oh, they locked the dark toilet. Carson, I'm dying because the exact feeling. You're walking all the way back. Yeah, that's funny. It's funny if you're with someone. If I was with someone, because I've been I've been with like a girlfriend. I've been with a couple guys that have shit their pants when we're out or like going to something. Like I got to shit, and I'm like, oh, and I'm laughing, and they actually shit themselves, which is funny because you can help them. Like they're like, okay, I'm gonna sit here. You have to go get me pants. You gotta go. You gotta do something. Clean me up. Like, you stupid shit yourself. But if you're walking by yourself, you got no choices. You gotta, you know. You shit in your pants. You shit in the bed. That's your sleep, man. Let's go. Go fucking enjoy that, dude. Black K. Yeah, I never had it, man. The K cider. I don't know. You've seen someone pull a mask off a bus driver. Man, yeah, I was out yesterday and there was less of them, but still an exorbitant amount. Like to me, it's baffling. Like what's going on in someone's head that they would come to. Most people say Bourbon Street is one of the most disgusting places to be ever. What would where's your logic sitting? Where's your brain? Where's anything sitting that you would walk down Bourbon Street with a mask on, a hand grenade, a cigarette? And I've seen it. Pull this bitch down to puff the cigarette, to put this back down, to pull the shit down, drink your hand grenade, and then go into a bar filled with disgusting people, vomit everywhere, horse shit in the streets, bumping side to side into people. I mean, what's going on here? Seen a dude walking through the park with a mask on. Like, bro, I'm like, is it? It, I wish really they would have told you that you needed to wear headphones too, like earmuffs, and goggles, earmuffs, goggles, and that because let's be honest, it can get in your eyes. That's a you get the you get that thing right through the eyeballs. You get it in the ears too. Any orifices open, cover that one up. We the monkey, the whole monkey thing. Um, monkey see, monkey no, none of it. People should have to do that. They should have told them that because that way, like, I mean, it's already dumb enough with the mask on, but like, should have done what they should. The headphones would have been good. Then you could have just assumed the person was autistic. Yeah, I don't know. I'll get back into ciders. Um, I gotta before I do though. I'd have to do I'd have to do some coffee enemas, clean out my liver because once the ciders that they have too many sulfites in them. They add sulfites to ciders and to a lot of red wines. Doesn't work with me. I'll get flushed in the face. It's like oysters would do that to me, and red wine and ciders. I'm like, I mean, I could drink beer all day. I could drink vodka all day, but ciders and wine, fuck me up, man. First time you was on a plane, it was smoking and non-smoking. Oh man, stuck in a tube, people farting and smoking. Ugh. They get triggered if you ask them why they wear it. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you wearing that? Yeah, I think the whole thing it would have made it easier because then you could just assume people are autistic. I mean, now we just know who is dumb as fuck. Like, thank you for wearing your little scarlet letter. You're a fucking scummy, filthy, dumb, non-thinking, pathetic human being. It's kind of like thank you for letting me know. I know who, and now I know who I don't have to talk to. So that's an upgrade. I know who is not going to ask me for anything. Could you imagine someone with a mask on trying to talk to you? Like not only from the sense like, "Wow, what are you, what's your country?" And also like Like, do you ever seen two people with masks on get in a fight? Or one person with a mask and the other person not? I mean, like an actual physical altercation? I don't know. Fucking, like, what a weird fucking thing it is, isn't it? Did you think that somewhere in your life you'd be like, well, there's going to be 2 years where everyone's going to just isolate themselves from other humans and cover their face up? And like, what? Like, no, it's a thing. It's going to happen. No one predicted this except for us. Skull, drink your morning piss, an extremely violent fart. Almost. Um, no, in the morning, no matter what I consume, like like when I wake up, I'll as soon as I drink any liquid, I immediately have to take a shit. It's not just coffee. It's not just this. It's not piss. It's like, I mean, if I smell coffee, oh, I definitely have to fart. I definitely have to shit, and it makes me have to fart. The piss. No, I don't know. I don't. I haven't thought about that. I don't generally speaking drink my morning urine. It's not a general practice of like, I think it's if I needed to, like if I was like very sick, yeah, it would be a smart move. But uh, yeah, like do you think they lower their gaze? You notice this too? People that wear the masks, they walk around and they look at the floor. They don't look at you. They already know they're cowards. I mean, you ever try to look someone in the eyes with the mask on? It happens sometimes. Those are the people with the cigarette and the fucking, beer in the hand that occasionally pull the thing down. You ever see talk you to like it's covered up and they'll pull the shit down and talk to you? Like that's the time you shouldn't. That's the time you should have it on because now you have all this shit coming out of your mouth. I don't want to stay away from me. You smell. You're weird. There's a moon over Burnout Street tonight. Oh, the ones that wear the mask that says "I can't breathe." Yeah, they don't even. They can't even recognize the absolute irony. It's like remember when you were the kid and somebody would tell you that joke. There's gullible written on the ceiling, and you go, "What?" It's way worse than that. If you wear a mask that says "I can't breathe," how do you? It's like trying to explain the joke to someone. if you if you don't get the joke, you probably are the joke. That's so much fun. And there was kid called his teachers ninjas because they wore black masks. Yeah, I don't. I wonder how most kids would respond these days. Like you know the kids that were like badasses back in the day. You grow up and there's like the one bad kid. He still can come to school. He can still do his thing. Now it's like if you have that attitude of that bad kid at school, which is I'm not gonna wear the mask. I'm not listening to you. That's a whole fucking thing. You're eliminated. You are eliminated from the school. Mhm. Yeah, spell the the simple spell casting. Yeah, I would. If you take, you know, if you take the long view of this entire thing, if you take what's the bright spot, what's the silver lining, what's all that? It's mainly the whole, so it's mainly it's a sorting mechanism. That's the bright side. It's like getting back to that. You know who's a fucking moron. Like you don't have to question anymore. Now you used to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like I can't separate people by the idea they decided to start sticking needles in their head, whatever. I'm not gonna judge them for that because I realize people got husbands, wives, kids, all that, jobs, all that shit. But yeah, I get it. But the thing, masky thing, like if you're doing that now, the sorting mechanism. If you are you are you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Wouldn't there be a way of how do we define uh what part of the species here should still continue to exist? And it's of your own cognition that you'll continue to do that. That is a bright side, isn't it? Santok, enjoy the flea market, dude. Don't catch any. Wait, there's got to be a flea joke in there somewhere. Peace out, son. Hey, skull and bones. Are you out here too? Are you and Santok gonna go hold hands at the flea market together? All right. Well, maybe I'll join you. I'll join you on the getting out of here because it is 11:11 right on the dot. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. And I do have to shower, get ready, go eat something, and be off to go play games. Um, yeah, it's good to see everybody. You have a beautiful day. Oh, if you want to help a brother out, because as per usual, not as per usual, but as per right now, low on funds. So if you want to, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, helps me out a lot. If you're entertained or educated by anything I ever say, please do decide to give. This is the giving season. Uh, give everybody else AIDS and your gonorrhea, but give me your money. Rule number one: be yourself, be goofy, enjoy yourself, do all that shit, be self-serving. So that way you can be secondly, uh, you know, serving others. Self care first, then help others. And if you can help anybody, help me first. Or if you can't quite help me, find a nickel in your pocket and give it to somebody over there where you are. Good to see everybody. Peace out, everybody else. Skull and Suntok and whoever's in the background. Brett God out of here.